Ever felt like there's more happening on your flight than meets the eye? You're absolutely right. Airlines have a long list of secrets they don't want passengers to know, from bizarre industry tricks to shocking safety truths that could change how you travel forever. Today, we're exposing 14 flight secrets that airlines would rather keep hidden. Number 1. Secret meaning of dings. Those ding sounds you hear mid-flight? They're secret codes for the crew. One chime after takeoff? The plane has reached 10,000 feet, so you can use electronics. A high-low chime sequence? Flight attendants, get ready, turbulence incoming. 3 quick dings? Something serious is happening and the crew must act immediately. These chimes serve as a discrete communication system between pilots and flight attendants, allowing them to relay important messages about turbulence, changes in flight conditions, or emergencies without causing unnecessary concern among passengers. Number 2. Airplane water secrets. Ever wonder why flight attendants never drink the coffee or tea on a plane? It's because the onboard water tanks, which supply water for coffee, tea, and even hand washing, aren't cleaned as often as you'd hope, leading to water quality concerns that most passengers never think about. Studies have found that airplane water, especially in older planes, can contain various contaminants, including E. coli, due to inconsistent cleaning schedules and aging water systems, making it less safe for drinking than most passengers realize. Even the EPA found that 1 in 8 flights failed water safety tests. If you don't see the bottle it came from, you might want to skip that hot drink. Number 3. Why cabin lights dim. Ever wondered why the cabin goes dark before landing? It's not for a cozy ambiance, it's a critical safety measure. If the plane has to be evacuated quickly, dimming the lights allows your eyes to adjust so you can see in the dark instantly. And those open window shades? They're not just for sightseeing. If something goes wrong, crew members and emergency responders need a clear view inside, and every second counts. And now, let's lighten the mood with a quick laugh. Ready? Why does the husband always insist on booking aisle seats? Because every time a flight attendant walks by, he claims he's just stretching his neck to avoid stiffness. And his wife just rolls her eyes and says, "Well, stretch it back to your in-flight magazine, mister." If you enjoyed that joke and are loving the video so far, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Your support keeps the fun and travel secrets coming. All right, let's get back to it. Number 4. Secret pilot nap time. Think your pilots are awake and alert the entire flight? Not always. On long journeys, pilots take scheduled naps right in the cockpit. It's called controlled rest and is actually approved for safety. But here's the unsettling part. Some pilots admit to waking up and finding their co-pilot asleep too. That's why autopilot exists, but it raises the question, who's really flying the plane? Number 5. Oxygen masks time limit. If the oxygen masks drop during an emergency, you have much less time than you might think to react, as cabin pressure can drop so quickly that you could start feeling dizzy or even lose consciousness within seconds if you don't secure your mask immediately. These masks only supply about 12 to 15 minutes of oxygen, not because the airline is cheap, but because that's how long it takes for the plane to descend to a safe breathing altitude. But here's the real danger. At cruising altitude, you can pass out in under 30 seconds without oxygen. That's why flight attendants urge you to put your mask on first before helping anyone else. Number 6. Airplane toilets aren't private. Think locking the airplane lavatory means total privacy? Think again. Airplane bathrooms can be unlocked from the outside in seconds. A small latch, usually hidden under the "occupied" sign, allows flight attendants to open the door anytime. This is a safety measure in case a passenger falls unconscious or locks themselves in during an emergency. But here's the unsettling part. Some airlines don't clean their bathrooms nearly as often as you'd hope. On busy flights, hundreds of passengers use the same few toilets, yet they're only deep cleaned at the end of the day. So next time you hesitate to touch anything in there, trust your instincts, because airplane lavatories are used by hundreds of passengers on every flight. And despite regular cleaning, they can still be a hot spot for germs lingering on door handles, sink faucets, and even the flush button. Number 7. Reason for airplane mode. We've all been told to switch our phones to airplane mode, but here's the truth. It's not about interfering with the plane's controls. Modern aircraft are well protected from electronic signals. The real reason? Phones searching for signals at high altitude can overload ground cell networks, causing connectivity issues below. Also, if everyone refused to switch, it could create unnecessary interference with the plane's communication and navigation systems, potentially affecting important signals. This is why airlines strictly enforce the rule, ensuring that all devices are either switched off or set to airplane mode during critical phases of the flight. What do you think so far? Have any of these airline secrets surprised you? Share your thoughts in the comments, and let's uncover more together. Number 8. Codes for problem passengers. Ever heard a flight attendant mention a seat number twice during a conversation? That's often a subtle code for a problematic passenger, signaling to other crew members that someone might be causing trouble, acting suspiciously, or needing extra attention without alarming nearby travelers. Rather than calling someone a disruptive traveler, crew members use coded phrases like, "Passenger in 14A needs extra attention," or "We have a level 2 situation." If things get out of hand, the pilot is notified, and airport security will be waiting at the gate. So if you hear your seat number casually repeated, it's probably not a compliment. Number 9. Airplane food secrets. Your taste buds are fooled. Ever noticed airplane food tastes bland? It's not the food, it's you. At 35,000 feet, low cabin humidity dulls your sense of taste and smell, making everything seem flavorless. That's why airline meals tend to be saltier and spicier than usual. Meals are made days in advance. Most airline food isn't freshly prepared, it's cooked on the ground, frozen, and reheated in flight. Some meals are prepped up to 72 hours before serving. Pilots eat different meals. Ever wonder why pilots never eat the same food as passengers or even each other? It's a safety rule. Airlines serve different meals to prevent food poisoning from affecting the entire cockpit crew. Number 10. Free upgrade. Think free upgrades never happen? Think again. If economy class is overbooked, airlines move passengers up to business class. Dressing professionally and being friendly to staff increases your chances. Checking in late on a full flight? If there's open space in first class, you might just get upgraded rather than bumped. While airlines won't advertise this trick, experienced travelers know how to play the system by taking advantage of fare rules, hidden city ticketing, or strategic booking methods that can lead to significant savings, upgrades, or even better seating arrangements without paying extra. Number 11. Hidden handcuffs on board. Did you know airlines have secret handcuffs for unruly passengers? If someone gets aggressive mid-flight, flight attendants have plastic restraint cuffs to secure them in their seat. In extreme cases, duct tape has been used. And here's the kicker. If the situation escalates, the pilot can divert the plane, and the troublemaker will be met by law enforcement upon landing. So, next time you think about arguing over that reclining seat, maybe don't. Number 12. Brand new airplane? Think you're flying on a fresh, brand new plane? Maybe not. Airlines don't replace their planes as often as you'd think. Some aircraft in service today are over 30 years old. But here's the trick. Airlines constantly refurbish interiors, replacing seats, carpets, and even repainting the exterior to make them look newer. What's even wilder? Some planes have flown for multiple airlines under different names. That shiny new jet might have been flying for decades under a different logo. So next time you step on board, take a closer look. Your plane might be older than you. Number 13. The dirty truth about your seat. That tray table you just put your food on is probably dirtier than the airplane bathroom. Studies have found that tray tables harbor more bacteria than the toilet flush button, and they're rarely sanitized between flights. Passengers use them for everything: eating, working, even changing diapers. And don't even get me started on seat pockets. Flight attendants warn against putting anything inside because they're never properly cleaned. Passengers leave behind used tissues, food crumbs, and even toenail clippings. Yikes. So, bring sanitizing wipes or risk sharing germs with the last 100 travelers who sat there. And here's a pro tip. Avoid touching your face after using the tray table or seat pocket unless you want an unplanned souvenir in the form of a cold or worse. Flight attendants have seen it all, and trust me, you don't want to know what some passengers leave behind. Number 14. Why you're always thirsty on a plane. Ever notice how you feel extra thirsty on a flight? That's because airplane cabins are drier than the Sahara Desert. At 35,000 feet, humidity levels drop to around 10–20%, causing dehydration, dry skin, and even a heightened sense of fatigue. This is also why your nose feels stuffy and your throat gets scratchy. And if you're drinking alcohol or coffee, that makes it worse, as both can dehydrate you even more. The best trick? Drink more water than usual and avoid too much caffeine or booze if you want to land feeling refreshed. So there you have it. 14 flight secrets airlines never tell passengers. Which secret surprised you the most? Drop a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe for more eye-opening travel revelations. Safe travels. Dear friends,